Hi friends, my name is Narsimha and I'm studying CSE Data Science in IRA College. Today, as a part of my AAT concept videos in the subject of Principles of Data Science, I want to explain about a topic named how to model the data. In the data science, not only data science, in everywhere, this is the most important step to make the data to act as a further reference for the future use. We have to model data in a manner that it will be useful for us in future use to perform operations regarding the data. Get in the topic. Need to model the data. First of all, why we have to model the data? What is the use of it? Data modeling is a technique used to define and organize your work process. Data modeling is a process of creating a visual representation of either a whole information system or parts of it to communicate connections between data points and structures. So, as I said before, data modeling is a technique used to define and organize your work process. As we have collection of data and we have to model the data in such a manner that in the future to organize or to perform an operations regarding the data, we have to get a proper data model. Next, how to model the data? There are several steps to maintain, to perform, to model the data in a precise manner. Steps involved in data modeling are identify entity types, identify the attributes. Next, apply naming conventions, identify relationships, apply data model patterns. For example, hierarchical data model pattern, etc. Assign keys, normalize to reduce data redundancy, denormalize to improve performance. So I will explain stepwise in a simple manner for better understanding. So, get in the topic. All approaches provide formalized workflows that include a sequence of tasks to be performed in an iterative manner. Those workflows generally look like this, which I said before. We have to maintain or perform a step-by-step process to get an proper modeling of data. First step is identify the entities, means the individual topics. The process of data modeling begins with the identification of the things or events or concepts that are represented in the data set that is to be modeled. Each entity should be cohesive and logically discrete from all others. Which I said before, entity means a heading or a topic or a concept which is different from all other concepts, and it should be cohesive, means it should be different, it should be unique. The process saying that, first of all, for data modeling, when we are beginning to the data modeling, the identification of entities are very important, because by knowing the main entities only, we can go for further data modeling. Second point, identify key properties of each entity. Each entity type can be differentiated from all others because it has one or more unique properties called attributes. For instance, an entity called user might possess such attributes as a first name or last name, telephone number, and salutation, while an entity called address might include a street name and number, a city, state, country, and zip code. User means a customer, which can be validated. A simple example for data modeling is index page of a textbook. In the index page of a textbook, we can find the data modeling of whole the syllabus in a single page, such as first they will get lessons and the topics in the lessons and the subtopics related to the topics which are mentioned, which are saying in the second step that we have to select the entity types, means the, for example, the lesson names. Next, the topics in the lesson such as user and address. And every topic has some subtopics which are mentioned here. For instance, the subtopics are known as the attributes, means the objects. For instance, for a user, let us take an topic name is user, for entity. It possesses some such attributes such as first name, last name, telephone number, and salutation. Welcome, we come into the other entity address. It will possess another attributes such as street name and number, a state or a country, and zip code, which I mentioned before. All entities should be unique, means they should be discrete and different from other entities. Third one, identify relationships among entities, means the relationship between two or more entities. The earliest draft of the data model will specify the nature of the relationships each entity has with others. And now, in the above example, each customer lives at an address. Which I said before, this is the third step. Identify the relationships among the entities. Next, in the above second step, there is two entities, user and address. For example, two or more users can have the same address, means a related family. Next, that is the relationship which I have mentioned before. Next in the third step. If that model were expanded to include an entity called orders, each order would be shipped to and billed to an address as well. These relationships are usually documented via Unified Modeling Language, which is shortly known as UML. Here in the third step, I am explaining about the relationships among entities which we have to know. Map attributes to entities completely. This will ensure the model reflects how the business will use the data. Several formal data modeling patterns are in widespread use. This whole modeling of data, which is explained by me, is in the process of business, means I want to explain simply about the business, which will be useful in the coding language also, how we have to, means after collection of data, how we have to model the data for future use. The fourth step, I'm explaining that the map attributes to entities completely. We have to match the attributes and the entities. And there are several modeling patterns for this. Fifth step, assign keys as needed and decide on the degree of normalization. Normalization is a technique for organizing data models in which numerical identifiers called keys are assigned to group of data to represent relationships between them without repeating the data. For instance, if customers are each assigned a key, that key can be linked to both their address and their order history without having to repeat this information. The table of customer names. Normalization tends to reduce the amount of storage space a database will require, but it cannot cost to query performance. Here, in the fifth step, I want to assign keys and decide degree of normalization. First of all, what is normalization? Normalization is a technique for organizing data models in which the data should be in a group or in an organized manner without repeating the data. As we have got the relationship between the entities, so we have to arrange the entities in a manner that they should be not repeated again and again in the modeling of data. For instance, for example, if customers are each assigned a key, the key can be linked to both their address and their order history without having to repeat this information in the table of customer names. Which means if a key is assigned to both of their address and their order history, means we have to mention only once in the table, by which we can reduce the storage and by which we can get a clarity about the keys and we can get an idea about the customer. Normalization tends to use a result as it will reduce the amount of storage space, which I've said before, of database will require, but it can cost it to query performance. Last step, finalize and validate the data model. This is the last step. Data modeling is an iterative process that should be repeated and refined as business needs change. as a data scientist, the main job of a data scientist is to store the collection of data and minimize the data by excluding the unwanted data and only storing the valid data. After doing up to 5 steps, we have to again and again repeat the 5 steps for getting a valid data for the future use and to reduce the storage capacity of the database, which has explained in the 6th point, that is data modeling is an iterative process, which is a unit that should be repeated and refined as business needs that change. This is the how to model data step-by-step process. I have given 10 steps, but in 6 steps we can do this. I want to explain the simple process to gain the data model. Benefits of modeling data means that the applications and the uses of modeling data. It reduces errors in software and database development. Increase consistency in documentation and system design across the enterprise. Improve application and database performance. Is data mapping throughout the organization. Improve communication between developers and business intelligence teams. Ease and speed the process of database design at the conceptual, logical, and physical levels. Which I said before, by modeling the data, the errors will be decreased and the consistency of the documentation means the performance of the speediness will be increased. Next, the application will be improved and database performance will be improved. Ease data mapping means we can easily get a clarity after looking about the tables or the data, how it is modeled, and we can get a clarity about the data which is presented before us. It will improve the communication between the developers and the business intelligence teams. Ease and speed the process of database design at the conceptual, logical, and physical levels. As a data scientist, the data should be minimized, which I said before, and store the important data. And by using the important data as a further reference for the future use to perform the operations on the data, it will be in an easy manner and then it will be understandable by the users who are using it. So, thank you, friends. I hope my lecture is useful and it will give you some knowledge. Thank you.